What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here. Today we're going to take a look at some Go Battle League. We are going to be doing Great League because it is back. You can choose what you want to run. I ran some Great League battles here. We're going to check out Meganium and in the Great League, see how it does. I do make a mistake this first battle. Do not do what I do right here, and I get myself into a pickle pretty quickly. We're leading Melmetal. I found it's pretty good. It does get countered by a few things, mainly any fighting types or anything like that if they're running that switch right there. Totally, let's see what happens here. And we're going to charge up and then I switch. I definitely don't recommend doing that. I do catch the Frenzy Plant, which was my goal, and I don't use a shield, but then they counter me with Bronzong, which I actually, very interesting choice. It does counter Altaria fairly well. So I'm definitely in a bad position here. And I would not going to use any shields because I don't want them to, just felt like I was just going to get farmed down there. Even if I did use a shield, I might have been able to get them, but I just let my Altaria go at that point. We bring in Meganium, and you can see here, obviously Meganium has a little bit of advantage here over like Venusaur because it is not poison type, so it doesn't get hit as hard with those confusions. We can survive a lot longer. We can get to a Frenzy Plant here. We're actually going to get to a second one. I did get the shield bait there that I was going to go for an Earthquake, but actually did a Frenzy Plant. We're actually going to do another Frenzy Plant here because that will KO from this range. And there it is, get the KO, and he does have a shield still, so I'm going to switch here to catch that. Hopefully it's an Ice Punch. I believe it is. There it is. There's the Ice Punch, and then we're going to get a Superpower off here, and I'm actually lowering my defense kind of on purpose. I don't want them to farm up a bunch of energy on my Melmetal. And we're going to be able to get off one more superpower here. Going to try to get that shield. I'm hoping they use it. They do not. And so then I'm going to go into my Meganium. We hit a Frenzy Plant right away. And let's see if we can get it. And we get the shield. We're not going to be able to get to another one before they get to an Ice Punch. So that's going to be GG's. Definitely, I feel like that mistake there of switching. Definitely do not do that. Once again, do not give them switch advantage, and that's exactly what I did, and I feel like that cost me it right there. Should have just stayed in and absorbed that or used a shield, and we would have been a-okay. So Melmetal, again, into Azumarill. This is actually a pretty good matchup for us. We're going to charge up quite a bit here. They're actually going to switch into... and I just stopped because at this point I want to farm up that extra energy. It's not going to do anything anyways, so they did get us there going in with that Rock Slide into the Azumarill, but that's okay. Switching into this. I do have to watch out for blizzards, but I'm counting the moves. I know he hasn't hit enough mud bombs or mud shots to be a blizzard, so I'm just going to let the mud bombs go through. Not going to worry about it. I'm farmed up a ton of energy here. They're probably going to bring... Okay, it's a Registeel, so I'm going to go ahead and Frenzy Plant. And then I'm going to Frenzy Plant again, I believe, to try to get the next shield. Let's see if they use another shield. And they do not. So we switch into our Melmetal. We're going to shield this up. We've got plenty. That was just a Flash Cannon. It didn't necessarily have to, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't a Focus Blast coming in and taking out a ton of my health. I decide I'm going to shield up again. And we're going to Superpower. Likely they're going to use the shield here, or they're going to let their Melmetal or their Registeel go. There's another Superpower. At that point, I probably could have just done a Rock Slide, would have been better there, but we do have enough energy to throw another Superpower onto the Azumarill. And then we're going to Frenzy Plant. And then we're going to... Let's see, that'll take out the shield. We're going to be able to going to get taken out here, I believe, by this Ice Beam. And then we're going to go back in with our Melmetal. I believe there's the Melmetal. and we're gonna rock slide here. They get an attack off first. I think this is just gonna be an ice beam, so that's not gonna do a whole lot to us. Rock slide, and then we should be able to get to another rock slide before they can do anything. And here's that rock slide, and that's gonna be GG's there. That should KO the Azumarill. And I think they still have Venus. No, they don't have anything, so we're good. GG's there, trainer. Very close matchup there, and you can see definitely staying into the match when you have that advantage did help us quite a bit there. Going to the next one, we are, let's see, that makes us 1-1 right now on this one. So we catch the Altaria lead. A Melmetal is just going to be able to wreck this Altaria. I'm expecting them to switch. They do into that Swampert. We're going to swap into our Meganium, and we know this is just enough for a Hydro Cannon here. So I'm not going to shield that up. And then I am going to shield this one. No, I don't know if that was enough. I still think that's a Hydro Cannon. We'll see. Maybe it was an Earthquake, yeah. So definitely good use of a shield there. Earthquake would have done quite a bit to us. Altaria comes in, and then at this point I'm using my Frenzy Plants mainly to run out the clock a little bit. And I'm not going to shield my Meganium at all. It's done its job at this point. I'm just burning off that energy and running down the switch clock. We're going to get KO'd here by the Sky Attack. And then we're going to come in with our Melmetal that already has the loaded Rock Slide on it. So we get that off, uses a shield, swaps into Reggie. And then at this point, I'm not sure I necessarily needed to switch here. I probably could have just left my Altaria in the back. But what I didn't want to do was I wanted to save my Melmetal for that Altaria matchup. And here, he's got to use his moves. He can't really farm me down a whole lot. He could farm up some extra energy though. Like here, he gets some extra energy off before I can. He's pretty low though, so we're going to Rock Slide right away, try to get that last shield. And there's the shield, and then they swap in Altaria. I go Rock Slide again into this Altaria. It's going to do a huge chunk to it, and so it's out. And then now all I have to do, I have to shield up this, which I'm assuming is going. Oh, it is a Focus Blast, so that would have KO'd for sure. Luckily, I had that shield still, and we're going to Superpower. That's going to be GG's there, trainer. Very well played, close matchup there. And definitely, Meganium, its main purpose, guys, is going to be to counter those your water types. Azumarill, Swampert seems to be a pretty standard one here. They're leading with Meganium. So I actually am in a pretty good position. I didn't show this trainer's name. You're going to see at the end of the battle why. And we're going to Rock Slide here. And I know they have enough now for an Earthquake, but I bet they're going to shield bait me. So there's the Frenzy Plant. So we let that go through. I'm going to shield the next one. And we're just going to keep Rock Sliding here. We're going to win this match. Let's see if they actually go for the Earthquake or if they're just going to go for a Frenzy Plant. I don't think that was enough, so I'm guessing that's another Frenzy Plant. Which was probably smart not to go for the Earthquake because they knew I was going to shield. And they're going to try to get to another Frenzy Plant, but I think this is going to KO. Yeah, there's the KO. And then our Melmetal still has a little bit of energy on it, so we're going to get to another Rock Slide on this Altaria, and that's one reason I like Melmetal so much. It has a lot of coverage options, and it just gets to its moves so quickly. So we get KO'd. We're going to bring in our own Altaria, and I know this is going to be a Dragon Pulse here. Unless they're going to try to shield bait me, but I'm going to block it either way, and then I'm going to go for my own Dragon Pulse. They actually switch into Azumarill, and I switch into Meganium. Now they're going to get an Ice Beam off here. Not going to be enough to KO me. I know that. Frenzy Plant, not going to quite KO Azumarill. So we're going to get the Frenzy Plant off here. They're going to have a little bit of health left, and it's going to be a race to that next charge move. I think they do get to it first. And there is the Ice Beam. So it's going to KO me here, and then the server lags. So I bring in that, and what I think it is I'm hitting that, trying to hit the moves. And my plan here was I was going to farm down the rest of the Azumarill, which shouldn't have been that much to do. And then I already had my Dragon Pulse fully charged, and I could have just hit that right into the Altaria. Game over. That would have been a win. We would have been at that point 3-1. Instead, we are 2-2. So I don't think it's the trainer's fault at all. Other than guys, if you do see that where like they have a clear win condition and you have no chance of winning, and all of a sudden the server lags, there's nothing you can do on your end. I would just say quit out and let them have that win, because they clearly, I was going to win that. I had a very strong win condition there. I don't think there was anything they could do to stop me at that point. So here we go. Next match, Melmetal with Rock Slide. And we're going to, this time, I'm going to use a shield. I actually thought for a second this was the same exact trainer. It actually is not the same trainer. I double checked it because they were running pretty much the same team. So real weird there, but anyways, Meganium here, I do kind of fear that it was an earthquake, and there's the earthquake. And that's why I shielded the first time, is because I thought it was the same trainer, and they were trying to change it up on me. So, anyways, so we do double shield, and they actually double shield their Meganium, which is fine. We're going to Rock Slide here. That's going to KO, and you can see that we have quite a bit of health left because we double shielded, and they did use an earthquake that time. So Altaria comes in. We're just going to wreck now with this thing, and I think we'll be able to KO this Altaria. They're going to have to switch or do something here, because we're going to get to this. It's not going to KO my... yeah, definitely not going to KO. And they switch there, and I switch. Actually, I hit the charge move, so that was a good switch on their part. I bring out Meganium, and this is going to be GG's here, and they actually do quit out of the battle. So GG's trainer, recognizing that they were in a pretty bad position there. We did get Thunderous off this, going 3-2. We did use a premium raid pass to do this, or battle pass. So GG's. Thanks for the battles, guys. I do appreciate it. And as always, guys, thanks to my Patreon supporter. Do appreciate you. And if you haven't already, check out that link. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe down below, and keep on battling.